Okay, so I'm going to be making chicken, I went blank, chicken tortilla soup. To that, in this pot over here, I already have the chicken shredded, already boiled and cooked, and I saved the broth, and that's where we're going to put everything in that pot. In this pot right here, I have 2 large jalapenos, half of a green bell pepper, and half of a red bell pepper, and a whole onion diced. And I put 2 tablespoons of oil in here. I just turned on the stove right now, so it needs time to heat up. Okay, so I'm going to toast this, or cook it until the onion is translucent. Okay, so to this pot right here, this is where the shredded chicken's at. And I used 2 very large quarter legs for that. You can use any type of chicken you like. I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of the red chili, 2 teaspoons of your cumin, a teaspoon of the oregano, and a tablespoon of the nor pollo. And I'm going to add that to the chicken. Also 3 cloves minced. I'm going to add that to that as well. Give it a quick stir. Now to that, I'm going to add, this is a 26.5 ounce can of black beans. Make sure that you rinse them really good, because they have a real dark juice to it, and then just drain them, and you're going to add that whole can. Sorry, I'm trying to do everything one-handed here. I also have a can of diced green chilies. Normally I buy the one that says chili ready, but they didn't have any, so this will do just fine. Add that as well. I didn't have fresh corn, so I'm going to add a whole can of corn, juices and everything. And I like a lot of corn, so I'm going to add another bag of my frozen corn to that. I had one brand new one and one that was started, so I'm just going to go ahead and put all the corn in there. Okay. Give that a stir. And put you down here. Okay, I'm still cooking the vegetables that are going to go in there. Again, it's half of bell pepper, red and half of the green, and a whole onion and 2 large jalapeno peppers. I left the seeds in it, that's me, but you can go ahead and de-seed them. Okay, so to the soup, because I need both hands, I'm going to add some tomato paste. You can put 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, it'll be fine. I want a thicker soup today, just not too watery, so I'm going to add the whole can, which is a 6 ounce, to the soup itself. Okay, and mix it real good. You might want to have to pull up the tomato paste and kind of break it up a little bit, because sometimes it stays in clumps, and I don't want to be biting into a big old clump of tomato paste. Okay, stir that up. Just checking to make sure there's no big old clumps of the tomato paste in here. Once all this is in the pot, you're going to cook it for 30 to 45 minutes, just so the vegetables can finish tenderizing and all the flavors mix in together, and all those spices aren't too raw, where you could still taste them like if they were just straight out of the jar. Give them time to mingle with each other in there and mix well. At this point, I could already put it in the pot, but I like to cook this a little bit more. They're still a little hard on the bell pepper and stuff, so I'm just going to let it cook a little bit longer. Okay, so this is done already. I'm just going to add it to the pot now. Okay, and we're going to let this cook. You're going to let it cook for about 30-45 minutes. This is what it looks like already. And you see how it's not, I put the whole can of the tomato paste because I didn't want it too watery, and this is already watery as it is, but it's good. I like the flavor, it gives color and everything. Okay, so now for the tortilla soup, a few toppings that we're going to use is a little bit of cheese, shredded cheese, some avocado, some I went blank, sour cream, avocado, and some tortilla chips. So all I did was cut up some corn tortillas into strips. I got the pan here going with some oil, and it's not that hot. I just turned it on. But you're gonna drop some strips in there and let them toast up. Line up a tray with paper towels, and that way you can drain them there and they stay crispier. And I'll be back when I'm actually plating the soup. Let me just show you what this looks like, all toasty. And just toast them until they get a real pretty brown color, a little golden brown. I only do a few at a time. It's time consuming, but I do a few at a time because I don't want them to get stuck. And some are going to be soft, some are going to be crispy. This way, I know I just do a few at a time. They all get a chance to get all crispy. Ouch. I'm going to get a smaller pot because this is, I don't want to use too much oil. That way it gives the chips a chance to float around in the oil and get toasty. Okay, that's all to it. Just drop them here. I do not add any salt because I want the flavor of the tortilla to mingle real good with the soup. So that's all to making the little chips, okay? Just some sliced up tortillas of corn tortillas. You could do flour. I've never done the flour. I've always done the corn tortillas. But it's totally up to your preference of what you like. Okay, I'll be back to plate everything together. Okay, so here's the soup. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese. Or a lot, whatever you like. Okay, I normally just add just cilantro, but since I already have pico de gallo, I'm going to go ahead and add the pico de gallo to it. Okay, a little bit of sour cream, a little squeeze of lemon, some tortilla chips, Okay, and the last of it, it's going to be some avocado. Mix all this together, and here you go. You have yourself a little nice tortilla soup. If y'all make it, let me know. Post it. Let me know how you like it.